What's up, YouTube? Clutch and Chingus. I want to start by saying hit the like button if you enjoy this video. You have to listen to it further, or the subscribe button if you like and you would like to stick around. That will help your brother grow. Hand me to the algorithm gods and let me be discovered. Alright, but on to the video. Okay, so this is Knockout City. I first saw it at a Nintendo Switch showcase, if I'm not mistaken. I thought it was just for the Switch. Apparently it's cross-platform. I don't know if every platform has it, you know, PlayStation and Xbox, but I know PC and the Switch are gonna have it for sure. But this game right now, you can play it, right? It's just a cross-play beta, by the way. Well, it's a 3-play beta. I'm assuming it ends Sunday for American people, Sunday night at midnight, possibly. I don't know for sure. But this game is really, I enjoy it. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can kind of play cheesy, but it's no real way to like cheat it, in my opinion. Another game that'll be a good example, I would say, is Rocket League. I don't know if anybody that cheats. If anything, they're just better. They can outplay you in many situations. This game is the same. I mean, teams can group up, stay near each other, and just spam. But I mean, you can get around it. Like, you can pretty much do the same thing. You just have to coordinate. This seems like a game groups of friends will for sure play. I don't know if it's free to play, by the way. I hope it is. If it isn't free to play, I don't know what to say. But it has skins. I'll get to that later in the vid. The movement is fluid. It's not real. I'm trying to think of the word, like clunky. It's not really that clunky. The map design is cool for right now. Maybe when all the sweats come in, when it gets real sweaty, I don't know, maybe they'll have to make some adjustments. But so far, I like the map design, the mechanics. You can dodge, of course, throw the ball. It's lock on aim, by the way. Like, you don't have to aim, you just hold on to it and like charge it up. And when you see an enemy, within the distance, you can actually charge it up and hit them. And when they throw the ball to you, you can actually hit. I play with the Xbox controller, by the way. You can actually hit left trigger. You can time it. They might tighten up the timing of it, because right now I say it's pretty easy to time it. The hardest thing is when people lock on to you. Usually there's like a border of the screen that'll kind of turn red, and it'll pretty much show you from what angle they're locking onto you, and you have to turn and then hit left trigger for Xbox, of course, to actually catch the ball. Like in real life, dodge, duck, dip, or you can, I guess, catch and then throw it. Except when you catch it, it doesn't like make them like lose like a life or anything. You just have to throw it back. So if you throw it back and they catch it, then it's just a loop of you just catching and throwing back until somebody gets hit. That's where the teammates come in at. You can actually, if you're near an enemy and they pick up a ball before you do, you can actually charge at them and hit them and make them drop the ball. Or if one of your teammates hits them with a ball, it'll make them drop their ball. Everything is like there's a way to outplay in a bunch of situations, unless you're overwhelmed by enemy teammates. Like, there's 3 teammates around you and they all have a ball. Because when you catch the dodgeball, there's kind of like I guess you say like a little slight cooldown to it. Like, once you try to catch the ball, I think it's like, it feels like maybe 2 seconds, maybe 3 seconds where you actually can't catch. So if 2 enemies throw the ball at you, you're pretty much gonna get hit by one of them. Well, no. There is one way you can actually catch the ball, and if you throw it in a direction that the enemy ball that's been thrown at you is coming from, it can actually hit the ball and they'll bounce off each other and they'll stop it from doing any damage to you. You actually have kind of like 2. You have 2 hearts. I guess you could consider that a heart. You have 2 of those, and once they knock out 2, you pretty much lose a life and they get a point. But yeah, the game, it's pretty fun to me. It's pretty fluid. On the video that you see right now, you actually see, I guess you could say, frame drops. But that's from me recording. I was probably recording it. I don't know. I probably had a program playing in the back, but the gameplay was actually smooth though. It's just the recording had little drops in frames. Game felt amazing. Movement was fluid. Everything was good. So for the menu, it's simple thing, you know, like main menu settings, you know, of course you can change your graphic settings, controls, you know, resolution, full screen, bordered window, or, you know, whatever. As far as customization, you can change your hair, skin tone, body build. It seems to be male and female. Depending on what you're wearing, you can't really tell. Shades, you can change your glider. I have baseball gloves on. Brown skin, like kind of like I guess what you call it, like a high top cut, an older cut. I'm just like a bowler. I don't know if you can change anything, like some specifics, like, you know, like your belt or your shoes, but you can change outfits for sure. Get different voice lines, whether they be taunting or when they just say woo, or like a celebratory. I feel like there's enough to where when this game comes out, if it's a hit, they're gonna make pretty good money selling. I think the store is called the Brawl Shop, and it updates either every day or every so many hours. It says all this in the menu when you first play it. If you ever try the beta out, it explains a bunch. There's a training mode. I feel like the training mode is good enough. I haven't played the basics. I mean, it teaches you the basics, of course. I think there's an advanced one. I didn't click that far into it because it tells you when you do the training, you can do other training. So there's other things for sure that I don't know. Like I've played with teammates and they'll pretty much turn into a ball. They'll pretty much like kind of sit down with their knees to their chest and wrap their arms around and roll on the ground and pretty much hop in my damn hands. And if you charge them up enough, I think it's the ultimate, where they'll, at least at the base level, they'll turn into like a pink bomb. And when you release them, you pretty much throw them in the air and they can float around and choose where they're gonna fall. And they'll pretty much like kind of like meteor strike the ground, like Doomfist on Overwatch, and they'll pretty much do damage to the enemy team. But I can't remember if it completely takes away a life or if it just does one damage to. I think it completely wipes them. Like whoever it hits, it completely just counts that as a point or multiple points, you know, depending on how many people they hit. But this game, they definitely, I'm not a developer, but it seemed like they put some work into it. They put plenty of thought into it, had people play it, or either just the developers themselves. I'm assuming they enjoy games. They put plenty of time into it, you know, tweaked it. Even though it's a beta, it feels, well, it does say crossplay beta, so I guess they're just trying to see how it works, you know, crossplay wise, cross-platform. Because the game feels pretty damn polished. It feels great. When you catch the dodgeball, like I never feel cheated. If anything, I might get mad from enemy teammates just ganging up on me, like babysitting, like just standing right next to each other, like, oh, we're never gonna leave each other's sight. That can kind of get annoying, but of course it depends what your team's doing as well. Because if they can just pick on one person, they will. But if your teammate gets involved, you know, it's more to think about. So they can get charged and drop the ball, and then that creates a problem for them. Yeah, there's plenty. You know, the environment. It's usually something moving in the environment, like a big ball swinging, like a pendulum that can hit you. You know, you can get environmental deaths if you're near an edge and an enemy shoulder charges to knock your ass off. Like if you don't dash back or glide back in time, it's a wrap. That's a death that counts as a point for them. Or one of the maps in this video, you'll see traffic flowing by, and it doesn't take a life, but it'll like kind of like stun you for a second. Like when it hits you, it'll knock you back, and it creates kind of a stun. Because there's plenty of ways like to play as a team. This game's pretty damn good, man. Y'all should check it out. I feel like I could have brought more energy. I'm trying not to be too loud. You know, roommate sleeping. I don't want to be too loud. It's pretty late at the time of this recording. But there's plenty of ways to play around a bunch of things. I could charge up a ball in my hand and see the enemy looking at me like as if he's waiting to time it and catch it. But if I have a teammate run up to him and shoulder charge him, it'll stun him. And if I throw it, you know, it's an easy hit. There's plenty of ways to play around. Like you can there's ways to stay involved. Like when your team, I know people are gonna get sweaty because at this point everybody's sweaty with every game. So for people that are casual, you might as well just get good, fam, or stay squatted up because it's gonna get sweaty. Shit, Rocket League's pretty sweaty. I don't mind it at all because of course I play sweaty, but I play sweaty to the best of my abilities. Rocket League, that skill ceiling is something, fam. That skill, oh my goodness. Like the way some people float in the air and twirling and flipping their car around, but still keeping like tracking the ball in the air. Like it's crazy. And I'm talking about Rocket League for people that might have missed what I was talking about. This game, I don't think this game will be that crazy. Like as far as, you know, difference in skill, but I don't know, this game is just something lighthearted about it. Like, I feel like even when I get my ass whooped, it's a lighthearted game. I don't feel too bad about it. Kind of like Rocket League. Like I've gotten my ass obliterated, but I don't get that mad. Like, you know, I might call somebody trash from time to time, but this game, it has a great feeling to it. But yep, that's it for the vid. I don't know how long this is. I have plenty of editing. This is the most editing I've ever done. Hopefully this video turns out well. Thank you for sticking around if you're still here. Don't forget to hit the like button and or subscribe, and peace.
Good like soul food. Parked up outside in the old school. The new me back with the OU. The dog always find his way back home, and it's so true. Later on, fall through and pop one. You know the motto, smoke something, drink something, pop one.